Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'm reacting to Uprising by SABATON. And I love reacting to SABATON, and the more I react to them, the more I start to view SABATON as like your grandfather or great-grandfather who's done like 4 or 5 tours. You know, he's lived through war, he's experienced history, and now he's in the rocking chair. And I'm just 6 years old on my hands and knees listening intently to grandfather, like, oh my god, what is he going to say? I'm going to listen to every single one of his stories. So that's what it feels like, and it's always a wonderful experience to get to listen to somebody tell you a beautiful story, even if it's about something crazy. And I don't know what this Uprising is going to be about, but we'll check it out. I'm excited to get into it. I hope you are as well. If you enjoy my reaction, hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into it. Let's guess what this Uprising is. Oh, is it World War II? Nazi Germany? Poland! Oh, Poland! Is this about the Polish Uprising? I don't know, I saw it in the movie The Pianist, which is a wonderful movie. You guys need to check that out. But I saw that in that movie, the Poles were beginning to uprise. I want to say back in like 1943, 1944? Correct me if I'm wrong. I gotta pause it. Did you see that guy? This guy. Hold on. This actor here on your screen, the person, this guy is a Brutza from Prison Break. Crazy to see him in this uniform. Ooh, I like this fat guitar sound underneath.
Do you remember when the Nazis was the rule on Poland? 1939, and the Allies turned away. From the underground rose a hope of freedom as a whisper. Cities in despair, but they never lost their faith. Women, men, and children, they were dying side by side. And the blood they shed upon the streets was a sacrifice willingly paid. War,
yeah.
War, voices from underground, whispers of freedom. 1944, help that never came. Calling war, city at war. Voices from underground, whispers of freedom. Rise up and hear the call. History calling to you.
Wow. You know, if the lead singer for SABATON was inspiring me to fight up against Nazi Germany, like if he was part of the resistance, leading it, singing this powerful song, I definitely would be motivated to fight, to uprise, to stand up for myself, my family, my community. I mean, what a crazy time in history. Like, if you were in Poland in 1937, you're probably fine. Life is normal. And then just 2-3 years later, the world is upside down. You're enslaved. Every right that you have is being chipped away at day after day. Friends, family, people near you are being killed indiscriminately. It's just ridiculous. And I can't believe that they mustered up the strength. Well, he said 1944. So 5 years later, after the initial takeover of Poland itself, I mean, to find the strength and keep the faith after that long of a time is really remarkable, because I could imagine a timeline where people are just beat down into submission to the point that they never try to uprise. So I'm really glad that an uprising happened at all. So yeah, props to the Polish people. I'm glad they did what they did, and that I'm very happy that the Allies at some point were successful in fighting back Nazi Germany and then freeing Poland once and for all. I mean, as they're saying in this song, the Allies kind of left them out to dry for a while, and then Germany took rise all over Europe. Really ridiculous. Wow, burn it all.
Soul and heart in accordance with the old traditions. 1944, still the Allies turn away.
Still the Allies turn away.
Fighting street to street in a time of hope and desperation. Did it on their own, and they never lost their faith.
That's ridiculous.
Men and children fight, they were dying side by side.
Oh.
And the blood they shed upon the streets was a sacrifice willingly paid. Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground, whispers of freedom. 1944, help that never came. Calling Warsaw, city at war, voices from underground, whispers of freedom. Rise up and hear the call. History calling to you, but it shall go
You know what's crazy about this whole situation, besides all of the craziness that you're even seeing on your screen right now, all of this indiscriminate killing, is that if you are part of this like resistance army, your woman, your child, your man, whatever it is, you have to be you have to accept a possible reality and maybe a likely reality where at the end of your uprising you'll be killed, because you may not be fully successful. You may be the necessary sacrifice that it would take to completely overthrow your oppressors. It's a remarkable position to put yourself in, like just being willing to lay down your life. It's truly evil what was done unto the people in Europe at the hands of Nazi Germany in World War II. And just, you don't need to hear me say that, but it's just ridiculous. I'm glad the Warsaw people fought. Oh, also a question that I have about the history. When they did the uprising, how aware were the Germans? Were they aware at all that this was going to happen? Were there whispers that they were hearing? Or did the Polish people completely catch them by surprise? That's something I'm unaware of. And then more of a separate point that I have is that the Polish people, when they're fighting in the uprising, they know that they may die, but they're also at such a big disadvantage because in terms of, let's say, the weaponry, the actual Germans outweapon them by miles, and they outnumber them by miles. I mean, the Nazi Germany resources could be completely reallocated to squash any uprising anywhere. And I don't know, the Polish people knew all of this was the reality of the situation and fought anyways. Again, remarkable.
calling to you, but it shall go
Oh, I love this. Yo. Ah, the guitar. Ooh, the speed. See, like, the Polish people are dying here. Wait, all the street lights in the city broken many years ago. What are they referring to? There was a night in history that I'm remembering where like the Jewish stores, houses with glass were all like broken. Is that what this is referring to here? Street lights, maybe it's different.
all the street lights in the city, broken many years ago. Break the curfew, and his sewers was like.
He's getting with the nurse. I mean, I understand.
All the street lights in the city, broken many years ago. Break the curfew, and his sewers was like. It's time to rise now. Warsaw, city at war. Voices from underground, whispers of freedom. 1944, help that never came.
Wow. Sabaton every single time, man, with these guitars, these consistently powerful songs. I love listening to them. Uprising by Sabaton, ladies and gentlemen. Really, I like this song a lot. I really am interested in that history of the uprising because I do want to know whether the Germans knew this was going to happen at all. Because there is a factor, right? The element of surprise. Knowing that the resistance is going to happen, of course you're going to squash it. Of course you're going to try to rally up or round up everybody and, you know, kill them, presumably. So the fact that an uprising was even able to occur kind of signals to me that they really kept silent. They really didn't allow the Germans to know what was going on until the actual fighting began. So how successful were they in the uprising? Because obviously, I don't know if they were immediately freed, right? I think they were freed once the actual Allies came at a later point. So I'm just unaware of the history in terms of when they were freed. But if the uprising was the main catalyst to being freed, I mean, that right there is enough to tell you that you need to fight for yourself, fight for the people around you, fight for your family. And it's just, I'm very blessed, and I think a lot of us are very fortunate to be in situations where we aren't under this oppressive of a regime. You know, you can make arguments for any country and say like, oh, this country and this government is oppressing us in this way. But we have a very clear, obvious example in Poland here in 1939 to 1944 at least. So yeah, stay blessed, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, hit that subscribe button. It helps out a lot. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care and peace.